vote. David, why did you choose your subjects at school?
Yeah, yeah, I'm in my grade 10. Sometimes I have to choose my strengths about some kind of subject, some kind of subjects, and yeah, I think that I think that science is my cup of tea and is my favorite one because yeah, I mean the, the reasons why I chose the reason why I chose science is my favorite because it is for me it is quite easy to follow the instruction on the instruction um, instruction. I mean this is just I want to learn I want to learn specific theories. So yeah, that's why I choose that subject. So next question: when do you prefer to study on your own?
Uh, Usually, I will prefer to study on my own when usually is when I do homework. Why? Because you know when it comes to homework, it's about utilize what you have learned in school, and it's not about competitive. It's about the result, and that's why I prefer to you know do it alone because you're at home, you have all the time, you probably need to do the homework, and you also can do all kind of research or listen to your favorite music without disturbance. And yeah, that's why I prefer to study alone when I doing my homework. Tell me something about the other students on your course.
Yeah, let's talk about my let's talk about our friends, students, our friends, and yeah, they're really competitive in some ways. They they learn they studies really well. They usually have a good marks and also really friendly. Yeah, they always or try to help me a lot when I get into trouble, or sometimes they sometimes they are my goals, they are my motivations for me to boost my energy up. So yeah, I think that I'm really pleased of like having friends like that, and yeah, they are really good. So what don't you like about your studies?
The thing I don't like about my studies, well, first of all, when it comes to school, I don't enjoy our current curriculum. It's just I think it's a bit too long, and a lot of the lesson is unnecessary. But when it comes to my own studies, the things that I concern the most, and it's still a big problem today, is my concentration. I rarely can, stick to our homework for over 20 minutes or so. I just, especially math, when I cannot find the answer, I just kind of leave it there and think about it another day. Or if it's running on the deadline, I will try to use some help from other websites. But that is, I can work on that. I think sometimes in the future, I guess. So yeah, that's all. Let's talk about sports. What sports are popular in your country?
Um, yeah, talk about sport. There are many sports that are really famous in my country. In my country, especially one of those is football because yeah, this is the king of football. They are king of sports. So yeah, not only from Vietnam, a lot of countries usually have a usually love football. Yeah, in our country, in our culture, football usually played by a lot of men or many women as well. So I mean, this is really well known for all the whole country, especially in Vietnam. So, do you learn any sport at school?
Yes, in fact, we learn a variety of different sports in our school. In fact, actually, we are about to learn badminton next week, and it is one of the sport that we will learn in the whole course this year. For example, soccer, basketball, as you can imagine, dodgeball sometimes, swimming, all those kind of like a mainstream sports that you may expect from the school to teach you. How often do you watch sport?
Yeah, I mean, I always like watch sport once a day. Once a day because yeah, I mean, this is sport is one of the big part of my life. So yeah, I usually spend a lot of time watching sport online on TV and yeah, in every way. So I mean, sport is I think that love sports, so it has me to really set attention a lot. So yeah, that's why I usually watch sports. So do you participate in any sport at the moment?
Well, at the moment, I only do swimming, and I am about to learn badminton also. You may ask why I don't do as a major sport like soccer and basketball, which I did some times ago, but then on my way to learn those sport, I suffered two massive injuries in both of my knee, and the doctors say that it's no good for me if I try to use my leg to jump or run a lot again. So after like 2 years from the last time I tried those sport, now I only do swimming because not just they help me with my with the fact that I need to use my knee and the weight for my body, to run and jump a lot. But it's also a great way to learn to concentrate, learn about your body cognitive ability and breathing technique, and it's all still also help you to build muscles and height. So that's great, I guess. Describe a special event that took place in your country. Describe a special event that took place in your country.
Uh, yeah. In my opinion, a lot of there are a lot of festival and carnival that takes place annually in our country. But one of those stand out in my um stand out immediately in my brain now is Easter's or Mid Autumn Festival because yeah, it usually takes place in in August and yeah, it is the best or celebration best festival for all the children who have a who wants to uh lay down on the street and yeah after retiring school day they have time to let their head out a little bit that day so in on the day so I mean it's just about it's a good time for children to have a quality time together with their families, with their friends, and also it's the time for us to really stretch attention a little bit. So, yeah, people should in that in that term there are a lot of activities such as like making some uh, popular food on this day and yeah I mean it's actually it's as I mentioned before it's actually a good time for us to spend time together yeah this is just special for me because yeah this is really special for me because just I just make a lot of friends on this day. So I mean, it's the best time for me to yes to multicultural a little bit. So yeah, that's my opinion. So what about yours?
One of the special days that I have a soft spot for is the second is the Independent Days uh, of Vietnam. Now, why is this day is important? You might ask. So first of all, it is the story surround the event. For example, did you know that the Independence Day is also the day the great leader of Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh, died? But it was a rather sad news for the also for the whole Vietnam. So they kind of postponed to tell the citizens about his death. So they announced it on the 3rd of September. And the other reason why this date is so important to me is it's also my mom's birthday. So it's just like a cherry on top on why I love this event so much. So as you can guess, during the Independence Day, we can have a day off, and what we usually do is to celebrate my mom's birthday. Wandering around, do shopping with her because that is one of her favorite activities, things like that, and that's why it's special for me, at least. What sort of occasions do families and friends like to celebrate?
Yeah, I mean, actually, there are a lot that we have time to spend together, and one of those is the summer holiday because yeah, I mean, after a whole year work out it's very tiring, bored, tedious, right? So sometimes we have a time to travel together. Maybe it's all about my family and my friends to maybe connect people to people a lot. We talk a lot about everything in this in recent moments. So yeah, I mean, actually that's the best time that I enjoy for a whole year. So yeah, it is really special for me, and yeah, the time is everyone. So how important are celebrations in people's life?
So it really depends on what kind of celebrations you're talking about. For example, traditional celebration like Tet Holiday, Midnight Autumn event, things like that. They of course plays a crucial part in a person life, especially in Vietnam, when those also mark up certain very important event along with other like National Doctor Day, National Workers Day, things like that, and also birthday, and after all, it's marked the day that person uh, have been give life to this world. So of course it's an important thing. So overall it's important because it plays both cultural and spiritual role in a person life. Should people have time off work for important celebration?
Yeah, absolutely yes. Because yeah, sometimes we need the time for us to relax a little bit after our whole tiring work. And I mean, I mean, um, also also the people should have quite much amount of time, a little amount of time to have a time of work. Maybe for maybe for maybe to celebrate all the international all the national events, such as Independence Days, for example. And yeah, I mean, it is not just about the relaxed time. It is not just. It's also a time for us to to maybe mm, to maybe um I mean it's time for us to appreciate all the heroes who sacrificed in the world. So yeah, I mean, for important celebrations, we should have a day off at least. So, talk about national celebrations. Why do many people enjoy participating in national celebrations?
So as I said previously in the other questions, first of all, it is that uh, especially Ted Holiday and other occupations day, they enjoy it because not just it gives them a break, but also it gives them quality time to spend with their family members. For example, my dad hardly have any time to even talk to us, and so Ted Holiday really gives him some opportunity to go out with us more and meeting our far relatives. Another thing is, for example, kids they enjoy it purely because it is fun and it gives them chance to play, sort of that. You know, and yeah, that's why it's people enjoy national celebrations. Have national celebrations become more or less important over time?
Yeah, I mean, it's still a national celebration, which is really important for all the residents, all the inhabitants in our country. So, I mean, it's still important nowadays for some reasons because we need to appreciate all the heroes who sacrificed on the previous war, and yeah, to have a peace war right now, they have done a lot of things for our country. They sacrifice a lot for our peaceful right now. So, I mean, for in my opinion, in my perspective, I always support just always support to have a important day like that, and national celebration is always a good day for us to a good time for us to appreciate all of that moment. So yeah. And last question: what other things do you think countries will celebrate in the future?
Well, given the fact that we have Pride Month right now to celebrate people who are identified as a woman, even if they are men, probably we will have way more weird style celebrations in the future. For example, if AI ever turn truly sentient, like suddenly someday your vacuum robot start to uh, talk about politics and philosophy. Maybe we'll have to celebrate the days those robot start to think, right? And also others occupation that may rise. For example, let's say uh, psychologist day, therapy days, things like that. Given the fact that we have doctors day, workers day, teachers day, and yeah, it may not play like a cultural part or religious meanings to it as like the old event, but some of them are still worth celebrate. YouTuber days, maybe in the future, who knows?